views expressed in this video are not of any Christian denomination, but a simple attempt by the author to present the biblical events in a timeline as he sees it.
Israelites arrived in Egypt in the year 1769 BC. In the decades that followed, they were enslaved and suffered cruelty in the hands of Egyptians. Centuries passed by. Finally, the cries of the children of Israel came up unto God Almighty. He remembered his covenant with Abraham and sent Moses to deliver them from the bondage of Egypt. Moses told Pharaoh to release the children of Israel and let them go. The Pharaoh simply wouldn't. So, God afflicted the Egyptians hard with plagues and pestilence and darkness and death, that Pharaoh himself lost his firstborn son to God's fury. He finally let the Israelites go. 430 years after they arrived in Egypt, Moses led the children of Israel out of Egypt as free men and women, and they marched on toward the promised land of Canaan. In a final attempt, Pharaoh decided to pursue the Israelites and recapture them once again near the shores of Red Sea. God divided the Red Sea and let his children pass through it as if it were a dry ground. When the Pharaoh and his army drove in, the waters caved in, and they all perished. Their chariot wheels and axles lay strewn around deep under the water, even today, at the point where they pursued the children of Israel. As the children of Israel journeyed on, God's presence went before them, as a cloud during the day and as a pillar of fire at night. Now, the promised land of Canaan was made up of 7 strong nations consisting of Amorites, Canaanites, Hittites, Perizzites, Hivites, Girgashites, and Jebusites. As the name implies, Canaanites were the descendants of Noah's grandson Canaan, and they were actually giants for a certain reason. Israelites were no match to take on them at all. However, God did mighty miracles and delivered them all into the hands of the Israelites. God had commanded the Israelites to utterly destroy all that were in those cities, both men and women, young and old, and oxen and sheep, with the edge of the sword. But why? Why would a loving God order such killing and destruction? In the next part of our series, we'll take a detour to find out the answer. Thanks for watching.